So now I'm going to do a little instructional on how to use the rolling bridges. So these are a lift inside of our lift. They work off air pressure versus hydraulic pressure like the actual lift does. But you would use this if you were going to take the tires off, if you're using the alignment machine to take the weight off the vehicle, to be able to move some of the bolts, to adjust some of the angles. So with these guys, the right, there's two handles. You've got a lock, unlock, and you've got a pivot. So you're going to pivot it down. You can hear it lock, so now it's not going to pivot back up at me. You can see, I'll roll it to the front here so we have a little bit of light. Here's our unlock lever. You can see in here, there's little locks that are going to engage on these teeth. Just like in our 4-post, these are our mechanical locks right here. So we've got two levers, one on each side, and to use this lift, you have to use them both at the same time. So to go up, you're going to push them forward, and it's going to go up. And then to lower it down, you're going to pull them towards you, and it's going to go down. You can see these are our lifting pads right here. There's two sets. There's an inner one to help get a better grip or a better angle at some of the taller vehicles. And then there's the even taller one for larger trucks, things of that nature, anything on a lift. So on this vehicle, you're going to have to find a safe place to lift. And right here, you can see we've got a solid subframe right here on both sides. So these pads move out either way. And if you had a vehicle where you had to grab somewhere on the outside, you can move them all the way out. You can have them in. Either way, you just want to make sure you're on a safe lifting point that's not going to hurt the vehicle or make it unsafe to work on. So I'm going to go ahead and lift this. And I'm just going to go up. And as I'm going up, I'm going to adjust these pads in a way that makes me more comfortable with how it's lifting. You can see I'm on the subframe, which is a solid place to lift. It's going to go up and up and up until my tires are off the lift. You can see they're off now, and I think that is the last spot for a lock that I have. You can see there's no more locking spots. So just like with the 4-post, I'm going to lower it down onto the lock. So now it's not just on the hydraulic, or not just on the pneumatics, it's not just on the air rams holding it up, it's now on a mechanical lock that's going to keep this safe, and it's going to prevent any injury to you or to the vehicle. You can see there are air lines over here, and if those possibly get cut or something falls on them, breaks, you can lose air pressure and they can fall. So you're going to want to make sure that you have them down on these locks. So I'm going to show you guys how to go ahead and lower it down. So just like with the 4-post, it's on these locks, so obviously I can't release the locks when the weight of the vehicle's on it. So you have to go back up. It'll take a second to get the air back in there. You can see the lock is now disengaged from the tooth. I'm going to press the unlock lever over to the left. And you can see now the locking teeth are retracted back into the rolling bridge. You can see this here, say you were to pull this lever by accident and you didn't want to yet, there is a way to release it so that these guys come back out. So you just pull that over to the left a little bit, you're going to push this lock release up, so then the lock lever comes back to the right, and you can see our locking teeth are back out, ready to engage again. So the reason it holds like that is because, like I said in the beginning, you have to use both hands on this rolling bridge to either raise it or lower it. So now that I've got these unlocked, I've got the teeth retracted, I'm going to go ahead and just lower it down. You're going to want to make sure there's no tools underneath the tires, because obviously you don't want to crush your things or anybody's fingers. And you're just going to pull both handles back towards you. Watch your head as it's coming down. Watch the vehicle. Make sure it's not rolling anywhere. Make sure nobody's around in a place that could get hurt. And it's going to come all the way down. You can see it's not lifting the vehicle anymore. And you're going to lower it all the way down until this lock disengages. You can see that lock lever went back over. That's so that Now when you want to raise it up and use this rolling bridge again, they're automatically reset for you. So once you're done with it, you're going to obviously want to make sure that this is pivoted back up before you lower the 4-post lift, because we've had students lower the whole lift down onto these rolling bridges, and obviously that can damage the rolling bridge, the vehicle, the hoist, everything else. So again, to use this pivot, you're just going to pivot it to the left, go till it clicks, and just roll it somewhat towards the center, and you're all done.